What is going on, guys? It is Wraith. I am back this time with a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles JOYTOY review. This is going to be on my versions that I wanted to pick up of Bebop and Rocksteady. So, yeah, so tonight we're going to bust these out. I know that the question is up there, which versions of Bebop and Rocksteady do you prefer? Or do you even collect the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle JOYTOY line? Because there's some rumors that are going around that this is going to be the last of these figures that we're going to see because of what's going on with the license. Because now Playmates lost the license here locally in the States, and the license was picked up by, I believe it was Mattel. So don't know what that means exactly for other companies who have the license. Like, for instance, these are... Excuse me to take a quick drink, but these are really for out of the U.S. market. They're actually not supposed to be sold in the U.S. market, so that's how we get around having these 1/18 scale unbelievable Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle JOYTOY figures, which, by the way, I think these are the best figures that they have come out with for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle line, especially in this scale. I feel like this is definitely the best. At least it's my favorite. So much so that I've decided to sell my Super 7 classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures that came out. They were in the bigger scale. I think it was 1/6 or even bigger. A little bit bigger than 1/6, but they were large. And I liked them for the most part. There were some issues with them, but these figures have totally taken me over. Ever since the first Ninja Turtles came out a couple weeks ago, we did or 2 weeks ago, we opened all the rest of my figures besides the turtles and the party wagon. So I've loved all of those figures, especially the quality of what JOYTOY's been putting out is awesome. So tonight we got these to unbox and open, and I'm really, really excited. These just came in during the week. I actually was shocked they came this quick. So very happy with these figures. There's also something else I want to show you guys tonight too, which is to let you guys know of a really cheap option for your display of figures. And why this is so awesome, I'm sure that everybody by them has a Walmart. Okay, now one of the things that, and I'll move these figures away here in a second so I can show you, I'm always looking for cheaper ways or like innovative, creative ways for my displays. One of the cool things that I came across when I was in Walmart a couple weeks ago was these things. These are they're essentially for sneakerheads, right? They're stackable sneaker storage. Sorry about the light there, but stackable sneaker storage boxes, okay? So these have LED lights in them, and you can see the sneaker size, how they fit in here. They have LEDs. They're plastic. Now, the only problem with these is you're like, oh, well, they're for sneakers, really. They aren't for action figures or anything like that. Dude, this is absolutely perfect for JOYTOY size figures. Remember, we're the 1/18 scale figures, so we're actually perfect for this. So the width of this is 14.5 inches, almost 15. The height of these is 8.5 inches or 8.25 inches. So it's actually perfect for majority of your JOYTOY figures. Maybe not your Primarchs, but all of your Power Armor, even your Terminators you can get in here for the most part. I got Lord Veridicus, I forgot his name, in here from the last Monday night review. So you can get a lot of figures in here. Now, I personally have bought 2 of these just to test them out to see exactly what the size on this, if this would actually work. And I went back to Walmart today. I picked up an additional 8. Now here's the great part about it, and I'm going to show you guys. Here's one that's open. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys one of the awesome things about this is the fact that the price is absolutely killer on these. You can buy these right now. Normally when I first saw them, I balked a bit at the price because it was $12 per each one of these. Let me bring this out a little bit. Okay, so $12 each on each one of these is what the price was. Now I was like, that's a little bit too much money. Now let me turn off the lights here so you guys can see what this will look like, and I'll throw a figure in there in a second so that you guys can get a sense of like the size of this. The point is what I'm saying, 12 bucks is a little bit too much. These are now 50% off, dude, on Walmart. So if you go to Walmart, they sell the ones just like this without the LEDs in them, and they sell them with the solid version of just a double. It's actually two of these stacked on top with no lights, but the lighted version is what's so cool. Let me kill these lights, and then I'll turn on the lights and I'll show you what it looks like. So here we go. This is going to be with the lights on. And this is... Why are you not working? I just had you work. There we go. So obviously, so it comes with a little remote, right? So you can go any color that you want. Well, if I can get it on here. Where's it? There we go. Green. It's just a normal remote, so you can get it on here. Now, the size of the figure, because this is an awkward way of doing it, I'll use my Gray Knight, right? I'll use me, so you guys can get a sense of the size of what you can do with these as far as scale. This just opens up from the front here, and look at how much room you have, dude. This is the Gray Knight figure of my... Look at how much room you have, dude. Look at that. And you have the LEDs from the top. Dude, $6? Are you kidding me? Lord Virulence, yes, Lord of Virulence. Dude, $6 for each one of these. And they stack on top of each other. And they're light, and you can easily stack these up to 5 to 10 if you wanted to. These are made for sneakers, but dude, this is absolutely perfect for your JOYTOY figures. And again, you can switch obviously all the different colors that you want to go through. Where is the piece here? Hold on. Oh, it's in here. That's why. There we go. We can go red, orange, purple. Well, you can actually flash it. Dude, there's two LEDs on the top here. And this is absolutely perfect. This is an easy way and a cheap way for your display of your figures. And like I said, I'm going to have a bunch of these now displayed behind me. And what's really cool is you can have them displayed with you just need a USB extender cable to have these plugged into, and each one plugs into each other, so it has continuous light. So you're not attaching it with batteries or anything like that. You're attaching it with the USB cable plugged into this and then plugged into your outlet. Dude, these are absolutely perfect. Dude, I would 1000% recommend picking these up. Absolutely. Again, here's we'll throw a Metalhead in here. I don't have any bigger figures right now. I put Virulence away. But here's Metalhead, who's also really big. And this is just so you guys can get... And this is with his missiles on. And that's just laying down, dude. Look at... Easily can get him in there. Same thing with Krang. Krang's a larger figure as well. Alright. This is perfect, dude. Oh, yeah. There we go with the... Now they're focused. Dude, and these are laying down. Dude. Absolutely. I'm finally in Yax 3 at dude, I turn, you know what's so funny is I turn off all of the ads on my streams now. So we don't have ads on the stream anymore. So that sucks, man. I'm sorry about that. Sorry, DG. Can we get the one Terminator I like for free? That's crazy. How'd you get it for free, man? Yeah, Lord Burns. How many figures fit in there, Wraith? You could easily, with this, with the way that as far as you could easily get, you can stack them 3 times 3. You could get easily 9, I would say Terminator size figures in here. Easily 9 Terminator figures. You could fit more if you wanted to, but easily you can get that. So dude, I picked up 10 of these. So you're going to see these in my background of my display, and we'll have different figures in there, and they all stack on top of each other, dude. So this is absolutely perfect if you guys are interested. Again, you can go to Walmart. These are on sale for $6 a piece. Again, these were normally $12, but dude, and they also sell the clear ones without any LEDs, and there's 2 in a box for $12. So, dude, this is absolutely awesome. Dude, I'm super excited to have these. Super excited because this is such an easy, cheap way to get some displays for you. And compared to like when I bought something at IKEA, or I've looked at purchasing some specialty boxes or something for display, they've always ranged in the ridiculous price amounts. So, but over the top, this is what you got from the top. And again, this is easily, you can stack it. Cables are in the back here, and then you can run the cables from one on top of each other, and they have the daisy chaining cable right here, so you can daisy chain between all of them and have the bottom one running your power connection. So these are awesome. I would highly recommend picking them up. Again, I picked up 2 of them the other night just to see how these would actually work, and I'm so happy. These are really good. So happy because, again, this is an easy way for you to get not just displaying your figures, but also lights. That's the biggest problem. Finding lights to be able to stick in there or have on the display for you. So again, company is called Kicks Company. It's actually based in New York City. I was looking them up. So Kicks Company. Again, these are used generally for sneakers, for sneakerheads, to display your sneakers. But dude, $6 on sale at Walmart. You can't go wrong with this, dude. 100%, dude. These were normally $12. Now they're on deep discount, 50% off. I would assume if nobody picks them up, they're going to be even more on discount. I'll probably, if there's more left, because I took 10. If there's more left in the next like week or so, I'll just buy them all, because I feel like I can use all of these for displays, especially as I'm looking at moving in the future. So again, here is the point of the review tonight. We got our Super Bebop and Mighty Rocksteady, and I was thinking of picking up originally the 2 original of these. So the original Bebop from JOYTOY, and also the regular version of Rocksteady, and they're what we remember from the cartoon and stuff like that. But seeing these and the size of these figures, and we'll open these up in just a second here to see the size of them, but I'm just like, yeah, these are absolutely perfect for me to use in the stead. Now, if it's true and they're not going to be having any more figures, this is the end of the line, I'm going to go back and I'll buy them all. I'll buy every single figure within the line. I have the majority of them already, but I'm missing like Splinter, April O'Neil, Casey Jones, the three Triceratops, the 2 figures from the movie, the original Bebop, the original Rocksteady. I think there's a Leatherhead there also that they came out with, and then there's a cow dude, and then there's a what was his name? There was a badger guy or something, or a mole guy. So if that's the case and they aren't going to continue this line anymore, which kind of sucks, because I was hoping that we would get like a Rat King. Rat King was really my favorite as a kid growing up, so I was hoping we would get that. But if we don't, it is what it is. All right, so we'll start off with Bebop tonight, and he looks really cool. All right, so I have all of my other figures here, dude. Oh man, dude, this I'm still looking at the party wagon. Dude, this is easily the best party wagon. I feel bad for anybody who's a Ninja Turtle fan and did not buy the JOYTOY Ninja Turtle van from them. So anyway, but that's neither here nor there. Let's go to unboxing. So this is our Super Bebop. I don't know what the deal is with the storyline for these guys. I just think that this is, when I originally decided to start collecting these figures, I wanted a more realistic version of them. Kind of like what we were getting with Shredder and the Foot Soldiers, a little more, less cartoony. That's the easiest way to say it. So I'm really considering on Bebop, dude. If you get Bebop, you gotta get Rocksteady. But when we bust him out here, I think that you're gonna I know that after seeing them, I was like, I was a little like, I probably would rather get the original, the OG versions that we're used to. But yeah, I decided, I'm like, you know what? Let's pull the trigger. These, especially after getting Metalhead, dude, and how amazing this figure is. Holy shit. I was like, well, all my preconceived notions are out the window. 1000%. If these are even 3/4 as good as this Metalhead figure, then they're 100% worth it. So here we go with Bebop. Again, we get the front open packaging for JOYTOY, which not many figures of theirs have. So this is a nice little, if you're an inbox collector, I guess this is kind of cool. I am definitely not an inbox collector. I am not a box collector. I chucked all of my boxes recently. So, wow, he comes with a lot of different hands, that's for damn sure. Wow, he comes with a lot. So that's actually, he comes with the same standard amount as a JOYTOY Warhammer figure, or even any of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures. It's just weird to see these gigantic hands displayed across the top like that, I feel like. It's a little interesting. So, love me some OG TMNT, but the JOYTOY were too stylistic for my taste. Stuck to the Turtles from the 90s movie, the original comic, and the Red Bandana Turtles on the NS game cover in April and Casey. Oh, cool. Shredder and Symmetra on here as well. Yeah, the the reason why I really like these is I grew up, my first introduction to the Ninja Turtles actually wasn't TV show, it was the Playmates comic where they all had red headbands, and it was much more gritty and dark. And with these turtles, and especially the Ninja Turtle figures when they came out, I feel like I get that gritty feel of the original comic line, but I also get the cartoon aesthetic, which I like, which is the different color bandanas on the turtles. So I feel like I got the best of both worlds with these JOYTOY Ninja Turtle figures. And then the other thing is the size of them, dude. I'm like really pretty much done with 1/6 scale figures, just because they're so big. They take up so much room, and so you don't really have much room to do anything. Ooh, wow, he is very. You know what this feels like? Feels like a Terminator figure from JOYTOY. The paint apps on this are absolutely awesome. He has an articulated jaw, which is really cool. You can stick a missile in his mouth. Oh, really cool. And then he has this blade. Does this go in? I feel like this goes in or something, and it pops out. I would be surprised if it didn't. But again, on the figure, dude, really cool. Very cool. We can see the cartoon stylish. What does that say? Smosh. But we can see oh, and here's the cartoon style of Bebop on his thigh. Let's see if I can get that closer without any glare. Looks really cool. And then the turtle on his bracer, almost like a shield. And we get the exhaust pipes coming out of his bracer. It's so cool. Oh, it's actually kind of like I guess a buckler shield on his elbow. But then we get a grenade on his arm. This is mimicking the actual figure with the parts that are on him, I would assume. And then going on to the back, we can see the jacket, the elbows. Everything on here is also just like our JOYTOY Terminators. So we're going to have this attached here, so this is not going to be wrapped around the peg there, right, where it's just a circle peg. We get metal joints on his arms. Oh, dude, the paintwork is absolutely awesome. I hate this, though. 2026 Viacom. I want to take, like, some paint remover and get rid of that. That's annoying. And it even has, like, a wash on the figure as well. Dude, so cool. Even on the shoulder pads. I want to compare when I get the Bebop figure out, if there's really any reuse on this figure compared to the Rocksteady figure. So, very cool. And we got a high waist swivel on the figure. We also got, oh, he's got a waist. He's got both. He's got a high waist swivel, and then he also has a waist swivel normally. Very cool. Or high chest swivel, I would say. Ooh, and this blade is pretty sharp. I would assume that this thing pops in or something. What's going on with this thing? Oh, it's pegged into there. It's pegged into there, I can see. Wow, very cool. And then these legs go all out to the side. You can see the metal joints on the bottom there. He can actually, I feel like this figure can get the farthest out on the splits of any of the Ninja Turtle figures. Maybe the Ninja Turtles probably can, but he can kick out that much. So not far, but a bit farther than we're used to with our Terminators, which is what he feels like. Feels like a Terminator-sized figure in a way. You can see the JOYTOY Grey Knight Interceptor, the power armor, compared to this. Maybe not a full-size Terminator, but it's a little bit taller than this. Maybe this is more in line with the Space Marine 2 figures as far as scale. So, figure looks great, man. I love the sculpt. Everything on, dude. I'd say this, man, about the, dude. All of the joints are just like butter. These are, I'm gonna say something. These are better made than the Warhammer figures, dude. They're better made than the Warhammer figures. They just feel better. I don't know how to describe it. They feel super tight, but their joints are super smooth, dude. Every single one of these figures is like this. Even the smaller scale human figures, like the Foot Soldiers and Shredder. God damn, dude. He is really awesome. And we see on the back, he's got this faux jacket of Rocksteady on here. He's got his two fists. I don't even know if I would throw different hands on it. And then we get the hoofs, the mechanical hoofs on the bottom. We also get a toe articulation up and down on the bottom. The only thing, this one's a little bit loose on this one. That's probably the only thing. But dude, such a great sculpt on this figure, man. Holy crap. And then the face sculpt is awesome. I showed you before, we got an articulated jaw on this. This is where, okay, so it does pop right back off. I wonder if there's any more pieces that come with this that enables you to use something else with it. But the articulated jaw, we can see the mouth is also in there. And then we get a little piece, here we go, that you can attach to like a missile that's shooting out of his mouth. So this is awesome, dude. Absolutely great sculpt. Great paintwork, dude. I feel like this is, between the Warhammer, comparing the Warhammer line to this, I feel like the TMNT line is actually superior. It's crazy. Saying both versions of the Image Turtles are my favorite designs, then the movie, followed by Playmates, then the cartoon. Yeah, Image, the original comic line is my favorite. I know they came out pretty recently with that Last Ronin line. I bought the paperback for it, the graphic novel, which had all of the versions of it, where Michelangelo is essentially the last surviving Ninja Turtle. And it goes into a whole bunch of stuff with it. So, dude, this is such an awesome, awesome figure. Again, and I've handled a lot of JOYTOY Warhammer figures. All of these turtles are on par with the Death Guard figures. I'll say that. They're on par with the Death Guard figures. These Bebop and Rocksteady figures. This Bebop so far is amazing. Again, when we got size comparison between Bebop and Metalhead, who is surprisingly massive. I didn't realize he was going to be this big. But comparing like him and him, he has an articulated jaw too. All of our robots do. It's not that much, but all the extra stuff that these figures come with is absolutely amazing. So again, here's a size comparison with our Metalhead figure, which we knew. Once I found out that Bebop was essentially, and Rocksteady were going to be as big as Metalhead, I had to pick these up. So these are freaking awesome, dude. And here is the Android. Here we go. Here's another robot compared. And this, dude, this is so cool. I'm so excited that I was able to pick this up, because as a kid, I never got, as odd as it sounds, and as I'm an adult, why am I worried about that? But I never got a Krang and Android figure when I was a kid, and I always wanted. We just got the little Krang piece figure that came with his little like walking thing. So these are honestly better than the Super 7 one. Absolutely, 100%. I'm gonna sell off my Super 7 ones. Most of the NECA ones too, I think. Yeah, dude. Even better than the ones NECA did, and these are supposed to be their. I know, dude. Dark War second Metalhead and let him serve Turbo, dude. It would. They did Cyber, but yikes, JOYTOY completely washed him. Yeah. Again, dude, absolutely awesome. So far, this Bebop is awesome. Again, size comparison to two of the other figures I recently opened up are Krang and our Metalhead. And if Metalhead, like I said, once I found out that this Bebop was going to be comparable to the Metalhead, I absolutely had to have this figure. So, all right, so here is his pieces that he comes with. Again, we already saw that he comes with a ridiculous amounts of hands. Let's see his hands here. I guess I will throw, because some of his weapons are pretty cool. So we get all of his hands here. All of them painted up perfectly. We get a gripping hand. Does he have a pistol grip? He has a pistol grip hand. So he does have a pistol grip hand. Get this out here. So he does have a pistol grip hand. And then he has a regular gripping hand. Alright, do this. Regular gripping hand is here. We're going to get open palm hands to smack you in the face. Wonder if any accessory fits on this. But there's the palm. There's his extra hands that he comes with a ton. And then, yeah, it comes with a total of 8 hands, 2 fisted hands that are on him. Again, JOYTOY figures will always come with the fisted hands on there. And then, does this come off? Oh, dude. The only thing that would make this better is if this banana mag, because this looks like a banana mag, had a sculpted round in the top of here, dude. I'm a gun nut, so that would be so cool. Oh, God, and it clicks in, dude. We got a couple of those figures like that. Oh, dude, it clicks in. Oh, I definitely have to have a pistol grip hand on this now. And also, it has a hole on it as well, so you can throw a effect on here, which they come a ton with, so I know I easily can find an effect to put on there. Now, this piece, oh, so he does come with extra pieces. So he comes with a chainsaw piece that he can replace the blade with. So let's throw the blade out. And throw the chainsaw piece on here. And it just pegs on the inside of the hand there. So he comes with a chainsaw. Again, he is mimicking that that Sons of Horus Terminator that's bald in my collection, the Lex Luthor lookalike, with the most useless weapon on his wrist. And again, the same thing with Bebop here. This thing barely goes past his fist. If he has fingers extended, he would be hitting his metal hand on this. I don't know why they do this with these chainsaws. This should be jutting out like this far. I don't know. So we're not going to do that. We're going to keep the blade on here because this looks goofy. This does not look good. The blade at least has a purpose. It's a stabby. So there's his blade. Maybe a little bit more shiny. Well, you know what? He's so shiny, so maybe that's why they want more of a dull metal look on his blade instead of it is still a little bit shiny, but maybe that's why they did that, because he is very shiny on his body normally. So and then he also comes with his mouth missile, which we're going to open up his mouth right now so you can get this in his articulated jaw. Now we can throw, dude, look at this shit. This is crazy that I just want like one gun effect with each of our JOYTOY Warhammer figures. And then we get like, these figures come with absolutely everything, dude. Dude, absolutely everything. They come with just an absolutely insane amount of accessories. And one of the arguing points that you could say is, well, the JOYTOY Warhammer figures are so much bigger. Yeah, they generally are, but this is actually Very comparable to the smaller Terminator figures. So, and again, look at the sculpt on the neck, the sculpt on the chest, on the back of the legs. We get the deco of Bebop on his thigh. We get the deco hit of a turtle with the scratch marks out, grenade saying there. We get no pizza on the back of his jacket. Just an awesome figure. He also comes with a he comes with an old school parking meter that he just ripped out of the ground. He's going to use as a weapon. So very cool. And then he comes with one piece of a stand, and then he comes with his own foot stand as well. So pretty cool. Actually, what is this, number 2? Because I got one piece with who was it? What did I just open? I think it was Metalhead, actually. I think this one piece came with Metalhead. So I have I'm gonna get one more piece, so it means I have to get more figures, man. Look at that. So we're gonna see, I guess we'll do this hand. These cans come right off too, which is very nice. We'll throw the pistol grip hand into his right hand. And again, the hands go on very nice and easily. No problem there. And then very malleable the fingers are, just like we're used to with the later releases of the JOYTOY figures. And there he is with his, let's get his mouth open, with his blaster. Not even a blaster, this thing has bullets, dude. Wow, dude, this is a very awesome looking figure. Very awesome looking. I gotta figure out how big the... Can this go in here? No, I can't. I gotta figure out how big those figures are. The original Bebop and Rocksteady. I want to get some size comparisons. Because if they're as big as these guys, then I'll probably... Well, you know what? I've already decided. If this is the end of the Ninja Turtle line by JOYTOY, I'm just going to pick up all the figures. 100%. So, give that to Iron Warrior, and he's got an ancient relic. That's cool. Clicking Mag. I was wondering if they would repurpose the bolt rifle mag. Dude, yeah, dude. This stuff is so cool. I'm so happy that they went the extra mile with all of these Ninja Turtle accessories. So, Bebop is an Iron Warrior Apothecary. Perfect. Nobody's like those, damn it. Everybody either runs them over or ignores them now. So, but this is Bebop, dude. He looks freaking awesome. Very... Originally, when these came out, I was like, yeah, this is an easy pass. But because I didn't pick up the OG Bebop and Rocksteady, and I was like, I'm getting more figures. I'm probably going to need the original Bebop and Rocksteady to be a part of this. And so, yeah, these are really cool. This is, I think, how I'm going to have him displayed. We'll have the fist on here. His head turns. And then he has his little buckler shield. And he's going to have his gun there. Maybe I'll throw the missile in his mouth. But such an awesome sculpted figure, dude. Absolutely awesome. Look at this, dude. Freaking amazing. And the articulation is great on this figure. So, alright, so here we go. This is Rocksteady. Again, definitely different from the OG figure. A little bit of the colors are the same, but definitely different. He doesn't have the military hat on either. But I'm happy we get nice, easy boxes to open up, and no problem. Is Rocksteady bigger? No, I don't think so. I think they're the same exact size. So he comes with a couple of... I'm already seeing a couple of different accessories. Oh, look at the size of that rifle, man. Oh, shit. Let me move this out to the side. Let me take this rifle out. Oh, my God. Look at this thing. Dude. Dude. And again, the magazine comes out. It clips in. Dude. It clips in the magazine. And then we get the red optics on the sights. God damn, dude. And then the paint deco on this weapon. Dude. With the ejection or the bolt for the casings of the rounds. Dude, this is so cool looking. Again, on the end, we also get a hollowed out end of the rifle for effects if you want to throw on there. Dude, this is so cool. 100% I'm going to be throwing a, just like Bebop will be throwing a pistol grip hand in there. So he has a pistol grip hand holding his rifle. This is so cool. And it's really well put together. This is not flimsy at all. So, alright, so here's Bebop. I mean, here's Rocksteady. We just looked at Bebop. Oh man, just like Bebop, super impressive with the figure. And the hands are reused. Hands are reused, so you can silver, yeah. So the hands are identical. Hands are identical between the two figures. This looks like it's also reused, because on Bebop we get the other side, but you can easily flip it and put it in there. So yeah, so this looks like it's a reused part, which is fine. The chest is not. The legs are reused. Well, at least the thighs and the knees are reused between the two of them. The feet are not. The feet, we have the hooves on, or robotic hooves on Rocksteady. And then we get the 3-toed robotic feet of the rhinoceros. So, and just like Bebop, on his thigh, you can see the Art Deco of the OG Rocksteady here. And then on the back, great coloring. Oh, dude, great sculpt. And again, same thing. We can get the legs out this far. You can see the metal joints on the figure. Such, dude, all of these have such smooth. These feel like, you know, so the death. They feel like Death Guard, and they also feel like the collector's edition, or any of the Space Marine 2 figures, except for the most recent ones, I would say. But the larger ones, might like Marnus Calgar and all of the Space Marines. We get the Relic. All of them, they feel just like that. They feel like super top quality. So now Bebop has on his arm, he has a blade, and it looks like Rocksteady has some kind of a cannon on his arm. So that's cool. And then moving along the chest, we can see this is not reused, so this is going to be a different sculpt. And again, the same thing. We got an upper torso turn as well as a lower torso turn. We also get a crunch on this, abdomen crunch. And the neck looks cool. Neck is reused, I would think, right? Yeah, neck portion is reused. They colored it just a little bit different on Bebop. And articulation feels super tight and secure, dude. And we get the foot symbol. Is that on the back of Bebop too? No, it's not. We get a little tiny spot where a tail would be. But Rocksteady has the Foot Clan symbol on his back of his butt, on Rocksteady butt. And we get the stupid Viacom logo here, which I want to get some. I don't know if I can do. Maybe I'll try to match the yellow paint and just paint over that. And then we get. Can't read what that says, but we get some writing on his shoulder. We get a little time bomb on his upper arm, as well as we get turtle shell, which we just saw with Bebop as well. And we get the exhaust pipes coming out of this portion, so in a little bit it's like shield essentially. And then moving over to the other arm, also we get these spikes on the shoulder pads, which I missed. These are actually pretty sharp. And then we also get the exhaust pipes on the back of the shoulders, or the inside shoulders on Rocksteady. So that's cool. We don't get it on Bebop. Bebop does not have those exhaust on the back of his back, which is interesting. So there's another difference between the sculpts, but the shoulder pads are really cool. Again, the same thing. These are just like the shoulder pads we saw with the new Terminators, where they're attached actually to the shoulder on a metal joint, a metal hinge, and you can hinge them, move them back and forth, and they're not going to look awkward like we had with those shoulders where they were just around the ring, or they were attached via a plastic ring on the joint here. So this is cool. Glad we have that. And then again, his blaster on his arm. Very cool. Yeah, I think it's got to be a blaster, I would think. So very cool. Rocksteady looks awesome. And then Rocksteady also, just like Bebop, has the articulated mouth, which I really wish that our squig that I opened up from the Orcs a couple of weeks ago from JOYTOY would have had an articulated jaw. Can you imagine if that squig had an articulated jaw, dude? Oh my god. But again, nice paint apps on here on the horn. Looks like there's a tiny little piece or missing spot on my horn. Excuse me, but it's got the ivory color on there as well. And then this arm, oh yeah, dude, all of it's tight enough, and they're nice and buttery smooth. All of the joints here. Oh my god. Even if, you know, one of the things that's amazing with this line of figures for JOYTOY is, even if you're not you're a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan because of the time frame and you grew up with them and everything like that, but handling these figures makes you fall in love with these figures. That's the biggest thing, I think, at least. So we're gonna look at some of his other accessories that he comes with. This is some type of a pink, I don't know, dimension portal thing. Sculpt is nice on it. Colors are solid. Looks very much like something from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cartoon series that we would see. Very cool, and it's pliable too. It's not just that hard NECA plastic that we've seen before. And then he's got a bomb here with a timer on it. Another nice sculpted piece. This feels like it's a little bit hollow, but it feels solid. And then he also comes with the same missile that Bebop comes with for his mouth. So we pop this in here. Bring this down a little bit. And he's got the same missile. Very cool. Nice side shot of him as well. So if you want, maybe I can have him just kind of chewing on it. Except for the smoke coming out of here kind of defeats that. So, yeah, so we'll leave that to the side. And then, just like Bebop, he comes with his collection of hands. And these are actually the same exact hands that Bebop came with. So, they're going to be interchangeable between the two. So, all of the same hands. That missile is also the same between them. So, we get a huge collection of hands here. And we're going to throw the pistol grip hand on our Rocksteady so we can put the rifle in his hand. So, what are we doing? Right, he's right-handed, yep. Who's left-handed, dude? Who is the mutant who's left-handed in the world? I feel bad for you. I feel bad if you're left-handed. Alright, so he is right-handed. He's gonna throw this hand on. We're gonna throw his rifle. Wow, there's a big old handle on here. Wow, and it fits perfectly, actually. Jeez. You know what, actually? Where is the... Oh, I see why they did it. Wow, you can use... So, you can use one of the other hands to hold it right under the stock. Well, not under the stock, under the... Well, you know what? I guess you can hold it by the mag well. Because you're not going to hold it... Well, he's a robot, so I guess you can kind of hold it wherever he wants. Oh, yeah, that looks good, dude. That looks cool. Let's close his mouth. Or we'll leave it open. Look at that, man. Very cool. Dude, Bebop looks... I mean, Rocksteady looks awesome, dude. Very cool. So we got all of his parts. I'm going to throw this to the side. One thing that I didn't attach was the extra piece that Bebop came with the Parky meter. So that piece is here. Well, you have you know what's interesting? You have a lot of extra parts between all of the Ninja Turtles figures to do like extra fun stuff with. So here's Bebop and Rocksteady. They look freaking awesome, dude. And let's get the turtles in here because I want to do a comparison between them and the size of these figures, how big these are compared to them. So Rocksteady looks beefier. He does look a little bit, yeah. What's up, Jocko? What's going on, dude? So let's get the turtles in here. now you're going to see just how big these figures, Bebop and Rocksteady, are. I'm very interested now. I want to see... Dude, look how tiny Leonardo is compared to Bebop and Rocksteady. Let's bring him down a little bit. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? I mean, now I'm really interested in getting the Bebop and Rocksteady and seeing how actually big they are compared to these robotic versions of them. I don't know, dude. I'll say this, if they were continuing the line and they were going to have more and more figures come out, I would probably just stick with this Bebop and Rocksteady. I wouldn't get the OG versions. Because these are, especially these are the newer versions. So I feel like well, then again, all the figures have been amazing. I was about to say, I feel like they would probably have better articulation. But I don't think that's the case, man. I feel like they're all really good. So let's get all of the turtles in here. How far out can I go? We got Michelangelo. We got Raphael. And then obviously we get Donatello. Where are you going to go, Donnie? Dude, I love these energy effect weapons that they have too. Absolutely awesome. They come with the standard versions of their weapons. But these like energy effect size of Raphael are really cool. The energy effect off the blades of Leonardo are absolutely awesome, dude. And then obviously the best two, in my opinion, are the chucks, the nunchucks by Michelangelo. God, by Michelangelo, these things are freaking awesome, dude. And then Donatello, he always has the least fun weapon, but they actually made it really cool. Look at the effect, energy effect essentially of Donatello. He looks really cool. And again, all of these sculpts are awesome on these figures. So again, if you guys are interested in picking up, and if they are going to do away with this line, I would 100% recommend picking them up. 100%. You know what we're going to do? We'll get these in here a little bit easier. Let's put Rocksteady and Bebop on the outside. We'll get Donatello here. We'll get Leo here. We'll get Raphael. Michelangelo. There we go. And again, the scale looks great. I like the scale on these. Move it down a little bit more. Should have looked at the camera when I was doing this. Absolutely awesome, dude. All these figures are great, dude. I'm falling more and more in love with this line, dude. More and more in love with this line. So, there we go. Bebop and Rocksteady and the Turtles comparison. I'll bring Shredder in here really quickly. Shredder's probably my favorite figure. The look of Shredder is just absolutely awesome. Look at how much bigger the Bebop and Rocksteady. That's what I'm thinking. The regular versions of Bebop and Rocksteady can't be this big, right? They cannot be this large. So I'm very interested to pick them up now and to do a size comparison between them. Plus, if we're not getting any more of these figures, I got to get them all, because there's not that many. There's not that many in this line, and yeah, I can see this being, especially because it's the only 1/18 scale TMNT line that's out there. I can see these going for good money in the future, or being very collectible. Not that I'm going to sell them because I'm chucking the boxes, but so like if I ever really want to pick up these in the future, and especially because all of my collecting is going to 1/18 scale or smaller at this point. I know I'm collecting, actually, as I'm saying that, I'm looking at the Storm Collectibles Street Fighter Alpha 3 line. I'm like, oh, actually those are 1/6 scale. So yeah, I do have some Marvel Legends, but again, generally speaking, I would prefer my collecting to be 1/18 scale. So Awesome, awesome figures. I love these Bebop and Rocksteady. Again, we got an awesome, awesome looking Shredder there. Awesome looking Bebop and Rocksteady. And I don't care. I'm getting this back into the picture because this is... I don't know if this is... I think this might be my favorite thing I've gotten so far this year. This turtle van, dude, absolutely awesome. Kills every single other turtle van that's ever come out. So cool, dude. The paint sculpts everything. The wash on it, the rubber wheels, the suspension, absolutely everything. The interior just absolutely kills any other van that's out there. So, all right, that is going to be my last. Well, not my last time showing the van, because I'm going to keep showing that thing. Freaking awesome. But there is our Bebop and our Rocksteady. So, yeah, so maybe I will purchase, because LT Cave has them up. Remember, guys, use the affiliate links if you like what you see. And like and subscribe, guys. I'm going to press the button, because I haven't pressed it tonight. If you guys like this content, like and subscribe. Use the affiliate links for LT Cave, CoolToysClub, and David's Toys. If you want to support the channel, that's the easiest way. We also got merch. We got a new t-shirt up that just went up today. Sprues and Studs is going to be on the show tomorrow, and he has a Torhammer After Dark t-shirt. As well as we just put a new Art by Ackerman. I completely designed it, which is crazy, t-shirt. It's actually a hockey jersey for Art by Ackerman, so we'll start to see more and more design stuff of the merch that's on there. But like I said, the easiest way if you want to support the channel or anything that we're doing is to either use the affiliate links or buy some merch. So, all right, guys. Tomorrow night is going to be Toy Hammer After Dark. I'm going to be jumping on Street Fighter here in a little while. Do some Street Fighter After Dark. But just a reminder, tomorrow we're going to do the round robin elimination. You guys can see the shorts that are going up with the people who are winning the contest. And tomorrow we're going to be giving away our captain of the Blood Angels with Power Fist and Inferno Pistol. Awesome figure. I already have it, but we're going to be giving this away to the 4 lucky contestants that are going to be a part of this tomorrow. And DG, Diamond Gambino, is one of those folks in there. He's actually got 3 pictures that were the most liked. I had to go more than 5 pictures. I think I went like 7 or 8. But DG has 3 chances to win this figure tomorrow night. Dilward has 2, and then we have Rebrek with 1, and the Collector Lee with 1. So two shorts went out today for Diamond Gambino's pictures, which I turned into some animated pictures. Try to keep the same aesthetic of the JOYTOY figures. And we also got Rebrek. Tomorrow morning, we're going to have the short that's going to go out of the pictures, which Dilward won a spot. And also, at about 4 o'clock, we'll do the Collector Lee ones, which actually look really awesome. I threw an extra picture in there that I animated for him. So, all right. So, let's look at the chat really quick. And then we're going to call this a night till I come back later to play some Street Fighter. They look fantastic, but just a little stylized to me. Yeah, they do. They do. I 100% agree. But that's kind of the thing that, especially after getting... Here's the thing that I realize, Cyber, is that my deal with these figures and toys and stuff like that is I'm kind of just done with getting stuff that reminds me 100% of my childhood. It's nice to have that stuff, right? But after G.I. Joe Classified, just kind of just started redoing everything that we have, especially, and even the Super 7 line. Like, I got into it, and about halfway through, I was like, man, there's nothing new. And that's really what I like about all of the Warhammer stuff, because it's new to me. I have to learn about the stuff. So, looks like they're going to take a flight. Take flight. Pretty sick. Just ordered my first turtle. Awesome, Mr. OP. Make sure you use the affiliate links, dude. All right, guys. All right, so that is my review and unboxing of the Robot, what was it, Robot Bebop and Mighty Rocksteady. Two awesome figures. I am definitely into this turtle line by JOYTOY. I think they're fantastic and definitely something you need to pick up, especially if you're a Ninja Turtle fan. So, if I win, I will send that red dude to OP. Oh, very cool. Yeah, if you win also, you have a choice. You can either win that figure, or you can have it sent to somebody else, or you can pick a Toy Hammer After Dark t-shirt for yourself. DG, I am designing you one, so I don't think you're going to pick that, but we will see in the future. All right, guys, I will be back in about an hour. We're going to do some Toy Hammer Street Fighter, or we're going to do some Street Fighter After Dark. See if I can start leveling past Diamond to Master Rank with my Honda using none of the game design methods or the new systems that Street Fighter has in it. So, alright guys. We're also going to do a live unboxing on Monday night. We're going to open up all of my Terminators from the Raven Guard. I got the 3 of them, so we'll do that on Monday night as well. And tomorrow night's Toy Hammer After Dark. Alright guys, I'm Wraith. If you guys like this content, like and subscribe. I almost forgot to do that. I am Wraith. I am out. I will be back later on, about an hour, guys. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you soon. Later, guys.